Jerri DiMaso, Vice President of Enablement. At Axis Group, I'm responsible for all of our partner management, all of our sales strategy, sales enablement, things like that. So that's what I do. I found out about NodeGraph just kind of perusing some Qlik websites, kind of Google searching through. We have our own data lineage tools that we had built over the years, just to kind of ad hoc. A customer had a need. We wanted to provide them with the ability to look into their logs and see, who was doing what, where the data was coming from, and then one of our customers was asking for a more kind of like official release of a tool that we would maintain and support. So I started doing some research, Googling around, things like that, and I found NodeGraph, and I couldn't believe that this was like a thing that had been invented. And then as I was looking at the tool, I couldn't believe it had not already been invented years and years ago. I mean, this is something that Qlik has needed for so long. So I reached out to, I kind of filled out the contact us form and said, hey, how much does this cost? Like, what is this about? Can we sell this? Because all of our customers need it. And Carl reached out to me, and that was that. And I kind of started talking back and forth, and I said, yeah, we could definitely, can I see a demo of it? I can see the video online, but how does it really work? And as I saw more, I was more and more impressed with all of the different things. And then that was before the the test module came out. And even then, I was like, this is amazing. People need to have this. So since I think it was November, we partnered together, and we basically push it everywhere that we can, because everybody needs it. So how does this field relate back to our source data? Or does it at all? Did somebody make it up? Did somebody add a percentage to it, or something like that? Like, can we actually have this traceability? And for a lot of our Qlik customers, they just didn't have that kind of capability. So that's why when I found NodeGraph, I was like, this is exactly what people need. Like, everyone, it should be a part of the Qlik software, but it's not. And so we try to just push it wherever we can. Over the past couple of years, it's gotten a little bit easier to wrangle data, pull it in, put it into a visualization tool like Qlik or like Tableau or whatever it is, and then give people dashboards to be able to see. So now that kind of capability is pretty easy to come by. And companies are creating these dashboards, creating data repositories, data warehouses, and now are realizing that they're handing people reports and they can't read them. They don't, it's like we spend all of this time printing out, Shakespeare's works and then distributing them to people who can't read. Why even bother with that? And they can maybe read some of it, but they don't really understand truly what the data is telling them, and then they can't ask the next question. So, data literacy is far more important. It's a key tenet of being able to understand what a dashboard is telling you. Yeah, having the dashboard is great, and you need to have that, but I think organizations now are realizing that their employees, they can't really even read or understand what the data that they are serving them is telling them. So that's why I think it's kind of come up to as technology has improved, it's been easier to create visualizations and surface that issue, right? Because you have people who are, in a boardroom talking through a scatter plot, and it's obvious that they don't know what they're even looking at. So that's kind of the technology's helped to surface those issues, and it is a big deal. Like, a lot of people cannot read. I think less than 20% of business leaders and workers are data literate, according to a survey that Qlik did recently. So that's a big problem. Companies I think, are going to need to start engaging in more programmatic education. side by side, mentoring with people who are like actually trained to teach data literacy, having an ongoing program, having your employees go through not just a, hey, here's the 2-hour seminar on how to read a scatter plot. It's because it's more than that. It's more than just a one-time thing. So I think as companies need to improve their data literacy, you're going to start seeing them take a more programmatic approach to giving their employees resources and experts and things like that. So that's how I think we can combat the lack of data literacy. One of our customers is a financial services company, and they are utilizing NodeGraph in order to manage and track the data flows coming from all of their different source systems that eventually goes out to their customer base. So they have this Qlik application that is serving data to their customers. Their customers can log in through a portal, and as a result, it's very critical for them to be able to make sure things update, make sure that no data is stale, make sure that if something fails, they are notified like before they do a refresh out to their customers, because it's very important that their customers have accurate, up-to-date information. These people rely on it. So they're using NodeGraph and creating exception-based reporting rules and email alerting and Slack alerting to make sure that all of their data is being updated properly. And then if there's a problem, they're able to really quickly go back and see exactly where the problem happened. So they are really loving it. They actually were like angry with me. Like, why don't you tell us about this before? I was like, I didn't know. We need to know. More people need to know.